Welcome to Inner Light. My name is Angela, and in this video I would like to share with you about how to create the life that you desire consciously and identify the things that could be blocking your ability to create and fulfill your desires. Stay tuned. One of the greatest lessons that I've learned on the spiritual path is that we are constantly creating. Sometimes we create consciously, but very often we create unconsciously. And to give you an illustration on the process of creation, I'm going to use an example here from the book The Way of Mastery, which is one of my favorite books. And in the book, it is described that in the process of creation, we're constantly having thoughts. And our thoughts are like pebbles that we throw upon the water of our awareness. And when you throw a pebble upon the water, you notice that it's going to create some ripple effects. Now, most human beings have hundreds, if not thousands of thoughts a day. That means that we're constantly throwing pebbles upon the water of our awareness. Those pebbles will create the ripple effect, which have a specific vibration. The universe picks up that vibration and brings to us events that will match that vibration. So let me give you some examples here. Let's say, for example, that we are having thoughts of unworthiness, or that we are having thoughts of lack and limitation, or that we are having thoughts that causes us to be afraid about life. Those thoughts are going to be pebbles upon the water of our awareness, which will create a specific vibration, and the universe will respond by bringing in events to our lives that will reinforce our way of thinking. I'm going to give you another example. Let's say that in our mind we are at war with somebody else. We have this conflict going on. We keep on thinking the bad things they did to us and how next time we want to set the record straight. So by having those thoughts of conflict in our mind, it will externalize itself and we will end up having conflict with the other person in real time. And it may appear that we have nothing to do with the conflict. However, because we were holding the thought of conflict, because we were sending out vibrations of conflict, we indeed have attracted that conflict into our lives. So the point that I'm trying to make is this: whatever is taking place in our lives right now is the result or the effect of thoughts and beliefs that we have held in the past. So one of the things, according once again to the book The Way of Mastery, that differentiate ourselves from someone who have attained mastery is that the person who have attained mastery have trained themselves day after day, hour after hour, breath after breath, to only throw good pebbles upon the water of their awareness, such as greater is that which is in me than that which is in the world. I am created in the image and likeness of my Creator. I embody my good. My good is not outside of myself. I am the light of the world. I can do all things through the Spirit that lives within me. While most of us, even though we are introduced to these very inspiring and new thoughts, sometimes we throw some good pebbles upon the water, but then we go back to the old habit and we throw some of the pebbles that say, I'm a victim of the world I see, I'm not worthy, I don't have what it takes, life is too hard, I want money but I don't have any money. So we are sending these mixed results to the universe, and the universe is responding likewise. So the invitation in this video here is that you bring awareness to the process of creation so that you can stop creating unconsciously and begin to create only consciously. One of the ways that we can bring awareness to the process of creation is to being aware of how we feel. For example, if we are feeling good, if we are happy, that means that we are in the right track. However, If we notice that we are not feeling good, that we are depressed, that we are anxious, that we are irritated, that we are nervous, that should be a red light. That should be an indication that we are in the wrong track. And by bringing awareness to it, we can begin to make the change. Now, the first thing to do is to recognize that you are feeling something because of your focus of attention is in a specific thought. So the first thing to do is to identify the thought and choose not to focus on that thought anymore. Because if you continue to focus on that thought that causes you to feel aggravated, it's like throwing gasoline into the fire. So the first thing to do is identify that thought and either stop thinking about it or think about something else completely different. Now, I'm also not inviting you to suppress your emotions. What we want to do is to bring them up to the surface for healing. So what you can do is, once you stop thinking about the thought that is causing you to feel aggravated, just sit with the emotion and just let it be. You can actually invite the universe for healing. Turn to the universe and say, you know what, God? I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling afraid. I'm feeling angry. I'm going to open up myself and ask you to transmute this emotion into inner peace. If you watch a fire and if you let a fire sit, eventually it will dissolve. But if you continue to throw gasoline into the fire, that fire is going to grow and continue. So as you bring awareness to the process of creation, you just become aware of what's going on in your inner universe and begin to focus your thought to something that is more peaceful, more loving, something that causes you to feel joy. I love the way Abraham Hicks describes the process of creation. And according to her channeling, there is this vortex in the invisible realm that contains the fulfillment of all our desires, whether it be desire for wealth, whether it be desire for health, for more harmony, more peace, healthier relationships. Whatever the desire is, there is this specific vortex with some specific vibration that already exists. And in order for us to bring that which is invisible to become manifest in our lives, we need to make ourselves receptive and in alignment with that vortex. In other words, we need to learn how to raise our vibration to match the vibration of that vortex. So I'm going to give an example. Let's say that you desire more wealth in your life. So the way to become receptive and attract more wealth into your life, according to her channeling, is by beginning to vibrate as if you were already wealthy. You can actually do that by using the power of your imagination. Let's just imagine, how would I feel if I was wealthier? I will feel more free, I will feel grateful, I will feel empowered, I will feel joyous, I will feel that I can do anything that I want, right? So we can use the power of our imagination to raise our vibration to match the vibration in the vortex. And as we do that again and again, we are actually attracting that which is in the invisible to become manifest in our lives. So the point that I'm trying to make in this video is this. If for some reason there's something going on in your life that you don't like, instead of trying to put all your energy in trying to change the people, trying to change the circumstances, my invitation is for you to take a look within and ask yourself the question, what have I thought or what have I believed in the past that have attracted the situation in my life? I'm not asking you for you to judge yourself. I'm just asking you to bring awareness so that you can begin to create anew, so that you can begin to create something different. There is this human tendency for us to react on a negative way when a negative event takes place in our lives. But what we don't understand is that if I react in a negative way to a negative event that is taking place in my life, what happens is I'm perpetuating the circumstances because my own reaction will cause the universe to attract to me the same event again and again. It may have different characters, it may be in different places, but because I am reacting in a negative way, my reaction in and of itself will attract more undesirable things into my life. So we have two choices here. We either take responsibility for our creation, for the events that are taking place in our lives, or we can continue to see ourselves as the victim of the world that we see. If we chose option number 2, being a victim of the world that we see, we're placing ourselves in a very powerless position. There's nothing we can do about it, and we will continue to suffer in our lives. But if we decide today to take responsibility for our creation, even though we may not like it, at least we have the power and the capacity to create anew. Just a reminder, the difference between us and the great teachers and the great masters is that they have trained themselves to create anew, day after day, hour after hour. And if they did, we can do it too. So one of the things that I have been doing in my life that I really would like to encourage you to do is I often expose my consciousness to very good spiritual literature and very good YouTube videos. And I noticed that by doing so, it begins to develop an inner strength within myself. I begin to gather some powerful pebbles that I can throw upon the water of my consciousness. Just as we need to go to the gym to get our body strong, there is also important to do something on a daily basis to get our spiritual muscles strong. That's why I would recommend you to expose your consciousness again and again to high vibrational content. Also, I would like to take the opportunity here to mention that I have created some really nice guided meditation specifically designed to raise your vibration. So if you feel guided, so check the channel or take a look at, I'm gonna put some links below for you to take a look. But I would like to encourage you on a daily basis to do something for your spiritual path. Bring awareness to the process of creation so that you can begin to create the life that you desire. And so I would like to conclude this video here by reminding you that you are not created to be the victim of the world that you see. You are actually a spiritual being having a human experience. Unto you has been given power, dominion, abundance, grace, wisdom. It's all within you right now, waiting to be recognized. And it is by exercising your spiritual muscles that those things will begin to come out and restore your life and give you the power and the capacity that you need to create the life of your dreams. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you watching this video here. If you know of someone that could benefit from this video, please feel free to share it with them. If you like it, just click the like button below, subscribe to the channel, and come back again. Thank you very much. A big hug to you with much love. Namaste.